Dr. August Dunning. I do these nifty little videos on how to dry fast, and today it's going to be the day before I start a dry fast. So today I'll be eating some watermelon and some fruit. Not a lot of heavy stuff because the idea here is to prevent constipation, so you don't eat enemas and stuff to get through a dry fast. And just kind of taking it easy today. I mean, what I'll probably do is, eat like a half a watermelon today, the little ones, not a gigantic melon, and just kind of take it easy. Tomorrow I just will stop eating and drinking. I'll probably go and post some other videos and stuff, but as far as the 7-day dry fast goes, that one will probably be done 48 hours after tomorrow, because what I want to do is introduce you guys to what it's like to communicate to you what it's like to be at that 48-hour point where the transition from glycogen into free fatty acids takes place. It's kind of uncomfortable. It's kind of headachy. I'll describe it to you so you know kind of what to expect when you do one of these things. This is going to be a hard dry fast. It's where I don't have any water, no bathing, no nothing. I may brush my teeth out and spit out and that kind of stuff, but no toothpaste, nothing like that, maybe some salt. So yeah, there's not a whole lot that's going to happen here for the next couple of days, but as soon as I transition, you should see a pretty good energy return on the 3rd day. And that's kind of an interesting deal because for 2 days you're burning up your glycogen, your liver and your muscles, all available stuff. You're processing tons of water, you're peeing like crazy. You start dehydrating. When the dehydration happens, it turns on the hypothalamus to turn off things like leptin, I talked about the other day, and turns on the autophagic processes because you start going into ketosis without the sugars. So that's great. And then the next day, I'll be tapped into free fatty acids that were cleaved all night long because no more glycogen, you better have free fatty acids. And we do. We have that backup ability to do that. So that's kind of the thing today, is just calculate what's going on for the next 72 hours and come back to you guys and report on the dry fast at the point where I'm exhausting glycogen and heading to bed because that was the plan. So yeah, what I'll do tonight is I'll stop eating. And then Sunday, I will be in a fast. Monday evening, I'll be at 48 hours. And that's when things will be cranky and achy and headachy and all that stuff. And I'll tell you all about it. And then you go to bed. I mean, that's the plan. Don't live through that. Don't go through that during the day. Just go to bed. Turn on a big room fan and just get some white noise and turn it off. And then the next day, it'll be great because I'll have my free fatty acids flowing. I'll have my SDD1 cutting it into MUFAs and making sure my mitochondria, use a lot of energy much more easily. And that's the plan. Anyway, look, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for following this. This is the day before a 7-day dry fast. And this is all it's about. You just juice out on some watermelon and some papaya, whatever you want, and fluffy stuff that just sort of cleans the colon out. And then get ready to stop eating by the end of the day. Anyway, I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Again, no commercials, so please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share it around, and show your friends this stuff because who knows, some of your friends may have some problems that could be easily solved by dry fasting. Anyway, I love you guys, and I will see you later.
Yes?
We have a message. Can you remind people to subscribe, please, sir?
What now?
Please.
Oh, very well.